Hello, dear heart, and welcome to this reading. In this reading, I'm channeling a parent child relationship that's a little bit strained right now. Um, and I asked my guides if they wanted me to focus more on addressing the child in this reading or the parent, and they said both. So if you're going through something like this or have experienced something like this, I guess this reading is for everyone because we've all been in a situation like this at some point. So stick around and hopefully we can bring in some healing messages for you today. And the quote that they wanted me to share is by Nick Werber, and he said, "Cycle breaking is complicated. Simply rejecting the past doesn't automatically mean that we won't repeat it. I'm a new dad, and I can feel this temptation dangling in front of me where, because I'm interested in cycle breaking, my child's experience and his progress can easily become the object of my own validation. Proof that I've done my own healing and I've done my own work. If I take the bait to feed my own ego in this way, the cycle is right there again. He must become something in order to validate me. The child serves the parent." And that's been the cycle there for generations. The issue is that if he's here to serve me, what happens when he rebels or struggles or tells me I messed up? Will I crumble into a heap thinking I failed? Will I lash out at him to shut him up? That's the cycle taking the lead, my needs before his. The cycle is broken when he doesn't owe me shit. These cycles sneak in even when we mean well. And I love this man's vulnerability in sharing this truth and his own experience, and it echoes in my heart as well. Like, I have to keep myself in check often and say, hey, it's they your children do not validate you, their success, their failures, nothing. It's totally separate from you. And I think that it's easy for parents to get caught in this. It's really easy. But as chain breakers, this is something that we want to release and let go of so the next generation can be stronger. And if you are the child in this experience feeling like you owe it to your parents to be all that they want you to be, and this can be a really difficult thing for children to go through because, like he said in this quote, they become the object of their parents' validation, and they're never seen for who they are and respected for what they came here to be and do. Instead, they are expected to be robots, just playing out lives that their parents expected of them, and they don't even know who the hell they are sometimes, and it's a real tragedy. So, and it maybe, you're a parent in this situation, and you're noticing the echoes of that happening from your own childhood. It's like it says, this is a pattern that's been going on for generations for most of us, honestly. And that leads me to the song for this reading. It's "We Know the Way" by Moana. And the lyrics my guides wanted me to highlight are: "We are explorers, reading every sign. We tell the stories of our elders in a never-ending chain." So this is talking about your ancestors, and they are very aware of this pattern, and they're aware of your ability to break it as well. And when we heal ourselves, we heal generations back as well. And so they're actually very invested in helping you recover from, honestly, this is a very codependent situation between parent and child. And so if you're needing help and this is feeling really overwhelming at this time, you can ask your ancestors for help. If you've never asked your ancestors for help, I challenge you to do it with whatever problem you face, and you'll be surprised how they show up for you. It's really amazing. So let's get into the oracle cards and figure out what other messages can come through here. First, we have life's blessings. And it says, "Life bestows her blessing. She is the wind of change flowing through you, and this change is your blessing. Don't try to hold on, no matter how unsettling it may seem, for all will magically transform when the time is right. When you look back, you will see only love." And we have, "I'm in sync with the flow of life. When I move my body, I feel empowered, cleansed, and strong, and I seek out happy people who inspire me to be great." And these cards are so sweet. If you see this one here, there's a letting go happening here. And it's kind of dark in this card. And here's your little child being released to be all that they came here to be. And then this little dandelion, or this, I don't know what kind of flower this is, this carnation, this new growth is happening because you were able to let this little fawn go. And it can be really difficult, especially as parents. I'm a parent of 3. I totally get this. The letting go and allowing your kids to experience what they came here to experience, to learn what they came here to learn. And even if that's through difficult challenges or whatever, like, it could be really hard to allow that. And also releasing the expectations that you have of them as they become who they came here to be. It could be so difficult, especially if you had a vision for their life. But the more we let go and the more we allow, the more you can see it just goes from dark to light and to lighter. And the more we allow our children to show up as they came here to be, the more light is going to come into their lives. The more light is going to come into yours as well. Because your children also came here to break chains. They came here to break chains. And the more they show up as they came here to be, the more they will be able to break those chains and bring light to any darkness that has been passed down through generations. They came here with divine purpose to do just that. And it's a beautiful thing. What's happening here, even though it feels possibly really painful at this time, it's a really, really beautiful thing. And that goes right along with this card as well, because it says, don't try to hold on no matter how unsettling it may seem, because everything's going to magically transform when the time is right. And when you look back, all you're going to see is love. Because who your children are, at the very core of who they are, is love. And everything that we pile on top of our worth really is all of these achievements, all of these special jobs and career paths and whatever. That is really just burying the beautiful light and worth that we've always held. Those things don't make us worthy. We've always been worthy. We've always been loved. We've always been good. And as a parent, when we realize that, I come from a high demand religion, and I had all these dreams that I felt my kids needed to do because the religion told me that that's what we needed to do to be worthy. And I remember when I left and I realized my kids have always been worthy, and so have I. Number one, that took a huge relief off of my own heart, but it also did that for my children as well. And it totally changed my parenting. Guides want you to know that when you put this responsibility that you feel down to make your children be something that they're not, oftentimes, there's going to be so much growth and liberation for both of you, like I just said. King of Pentacles says mentor at the bottom, and it's in reverse. So it's saying, yeah, you can mentor your children, but the Page of Pentacles is saying, allow them their own experiences, allow them to grow, allow them to discover and learn new things. The Ten of Pentacles here, we can see that you may want things to be a certain way because of how it's always been, kind of like our song said, the legacy of your ancestors and everything. And so you want that to continue in the life of your child as well. But it takes a lot of courage to allow something new. It takes a lot of courage to break chains. And if your child came here to do just that, if you have the courage to allow them space to do that, that's going to completely change your family line. And divine changes like these, because when the Wheel of Fortune comes out, it's talking about fate. So divine changes like these are sent in to help bring healing. And that is what your child came here to do. And the more you allow them to be who they really are, the more they can gift you that healing.